Something more?
Yes. So I managed to have a conversation with the athlete coach. I've become an athlete as an adult, and the question actually, and he actually spoke for you, just translated your material into that for me. But I guess I want more clarity. It does take a lot of work to shape the body. Actually, let's just go from that perspective. So I've had other conversations with you about food and nutrition, and is it just because my belief is that it has to be hard, or that it has to require that it requires a lot of focus? That's why it requires a lot of focus.
That's what that cellular memory is that he was talking about. In other words, because of the way you've been thinking, you have convinced your body of some things. But as you change your thinking, you will change the thinking of the cells of your body as well. The cells of your body are so compliant to what's going on with your thoughts.
So right now, because
the entire universe is, when you believe something is hard, the universe will demonstrate the difficulty. When you believe something is easy, the universe will demonstrate the ease. It's just law of attraction in action all the time.
So right now, I believe I have to follow a nutrition plan. I have to follow a diet in order to keep my body the way I want it. If I could shift that belief.
Or have you been has your desire inspired you to the path of least resistance for now?
Yes.
That's the best way of saying
That's right.
it.
The diet is the path of least resistance.
Your desire and your alignment have inspired you to a behavior that is the path of least resistance. But the path of least resistance, hear the words in that, path of least resistance. In other words, it's like the universe, we're going to give you the statement of the year. The universe is always giving you everything that you will allow. The universe is giving you everything right up to the degree of resistance that you have in place. So your entire work is about lowering your resistance, talking yourself into ease and out of struggle, talking yourself into understanding that it's just energy that is being traded on the waves of thought.
It's giving me as much as I can handle right now.
It's giving you as much as you are allowing, and handling it may be a way of saying it. It's giving you as much as you have brought yourself to be able to believe.
It's giving me as much as I can allow in to that level. And if I can allow in more.
And since I have the ability.
To
continue to morph my thoughts into greater allowance of greater ease, then
I can do it.
You see, this all is part of this mindset where humans, in their comparison and in their determination to see themselves as unworthy or subservient in some way, have come to the conclusion that there is a price to pay for everything. And we'll go along with that to this extent. The price to pay is the price of alignment. But the price of alignment is the absence of resistance. So the price that you're paying is ease, not struggle. And once you get that squared away in your mind, we would like to just zap all of you with this understanding that you are surrounded by this nucleus, by this soup of well-being and love and prosperity and well-being. And here you stand within it with armor around you, not letting it in. Armor that you picked up in kindergarten, armor that you picked up from your mother, armor that you picked up from your friends. In other words, you're not letting it in because you've convinced yourself that you are unworthy, or that you weren't good enough, or that you should have done something different, or that you haven't paid a big enough price for that, or that you haven't jumped through the hoops in the right way for that, or that you don't have the right education, or that you weren't born under the right star, or at the right time, to the right person, to the right culture, in the right religion, in the whatever. In other words, it's crazy what you make up about all of this. And so here's this soup of well-being that is surrounding you, that would penetrate every fiber of your beingness to give you anything that you want, and to the degree that you are allowing it, you are letting it in. That's why Jesus said, it is the meek who will inherit the earth. That meekness meaning that non-resisted, that allowing, that free feeling, that light-hearted, not the angry, not the determined, not the challenged, Not the disciplined, the meek, the allowing, the understanding, the blessed, the accepting of the well-being, you see. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's so exciting to be in your energy. It just reminds me that all is well, and I forgot that until 5 minutes before I got here. My question is, I love your work, and I try and remember to practice it, and I'm in a relationship, and we can go south with each other so quickly.
Have we made our explanation too complicated? I've been studying your work since 1990. I'm trying really hard to remember your words, and so we want to give them to you in an easier to remember format. Get happy in any way you can. If you have to run away from home, do it. If you have to go to the beach every day, do it. Do anything that you can do to get happy. In most cases, it does not involve action, because in most cases, if you take action in your effort to get happy, some boom drops on you, like you get fired and then you don't have any money or something like that. Get happy in your mind. Find a way to make such peace with where you are that you allow your gap to close. That's what getting happy is. It's making peace with where you are, because if you make peace with where you are, this vortex that is spinning will suck you right into the perfection of all of it. Get happy. Simplistic, we know. That's why we write so many books. But then all of those books, you say, oh, there's so much to learn. Look at all of these pages. There's so much to learn. All of these emotions that I didn't even know that I had. And all of these laws, look at all of these laws. Universal laws? What in the hell is vibration anyway? I don't understand. Ask and it is given. That's bullshit. I've been asking, where's my stuff? Where's my stuff? I've been asking, where's my stuff? So we give you all of the words and you say, way too many words, and we say, get happy, and you say, oh, too simplistic. And we say, really, all you got to do is just find a reason to feel good. In other words, that conversation we just had, that was better than the whole seminar put together. You laughed, you know it's true. There isn't anything that is written here that you didn't know the day you were born. We're just reminding you of it. You can tell every time you enter into a conversation that you know isn't going well for you. You can feel it. You can feel when you're defeating yourself. You can feel when you're bolstering yourself. You can feel when you're uplifting another. You can feel when you're deflating another. You know this stuff. No, you know this stuff. You have just, over time, lowered your standards about how you're willing to feel. You've gotten used to being ornery. You're not deliberate about feeling good because you don't understand the power of feeling good, you see. We're not talking about laughing hee-haw off the wall. We're talking about feeling interested in things. We're talking about waking up and being glad that you're awake and glad that you're alive and looking out across the landscape and wanting to see what's there. We're talking about seeing things and feeling interested in them. We're talking about having a conversation with someone across the table and devouring every word and loving the conversation that you're having. We're talking about looking into the eyes of children and babies and animals and lovers and feeling the fullness of who you are. We're talking about getting tuned in, tapped in, turned on, and seeing the world through the eyes of your total self rather than this fragmented one, you see. Just chill out. If people say, how are you? Say, irrelevant. How I are and have been is irrelevant. It's where I'm going that I want to talk about. And they'll say, well, where are you going? And you say, how much time do you have? because you've got this escrow that you're eager to talk about. And if you talk about where you're going, and the people that you've been used to talking to aren't eager about where you're going or don't get it, they'll stop asking you. They'll stop coming to you and asking for information. But if you talk about where you are or how it's been, so where are you going?